Batman and the Joker, Deadly Duo, Book 7. I have what the Joker wants, and use it as bait to get him away from Jim Gordon. Oh, bats! I was starting to worry this whole team-up joke wasn't going to have a punchline. I teamed up with the Joker for Jim, but I break his jaw for me. I felt that. You know, bats, it was fun while it lasted. But I'm thinking this deadly duo gag has played itself out. So... Ugh! Hey, you okay down there? Person I'm not currently speaking to? Never... better, honeybee. In fact, I'm rocking. This is more like it, eh, Bats? Just like old times. Bummer about Commissioner Nine Fingers, but hey, it's all been for a good cause. Mine. Joker, shut up. All the suffering he's caused. You call that weak sauce a punch? All the death. What's the matter? Afraid of a little blood? Come on, hit me. Shut up. Keep trying, Granny. I got plenty more teeth. Shut up. I can end it all. Right here. I have to say, Batman, for someone claiming to never kill, a lot of people seem to die around you, including my children. Your children were never really alive to begin with. I disagree. You were free to accept my vision of Gotham. You chose not to. Violently. In fact, I find your ability to justify the violence and death that surrounds you astonishing. Deny it all you want, but the people killed in the crossfire of your actions are your responsibility. To his credit, the Joker doesn't deny what he is by clinging to some grandiose moral high ground. He owns the title of irredeemable psychotic. And Joker, you will be punished for your betrayal. Speaking of psychotics, where's Harley? Up here, corpse bride. Woohoo! Yippee-ki-yay, That was a little, close there, monkey bug. I missed. Harley's distraction buys us a few seconds, but even in their weakened state, these creatures are overwhelming us. I play my last card. We're deep within an abandoned subway system beneath Gotham's East River, a project that was shut down years ago because of design flaws engineers feared would lead to a massive structural collapse. I studied the original construction plans and plotted out the areas that were most vulnerable to failure. Inside the backpack the Joker was wearing were explosive charges that could be planted and remotely detonated. My nuclear option if things went south. Which they have. We need to get to higher ground. Now. What the heck? I just got down here and... Oh, shit. Moments ago, I almost crossed a line with the Joker. A line I swore I would never cross. One I can never return from. That's not who I am. I'm not him. We have only seconds before the tunnel fills with water. Joker, take my hand. Pull my finger. Joker, Harley. I lose them in the rush of water. We're over here. There's no more room on the door, Jack. Beat it. The walls are collapsing around us. I have to get to them quickly. Hang on. I'll come to you. Amanda's fingers tear into my skin as she tries to drag me under. No, you're staying with me. Well, that was neat. Now what? We wait. I hate to break it to you, but unless your other super friend is Aquaman, we're kinda screwed. Just wait. There's my boy. Joker, take my hand. I'll pull you both over. No can do, bats. Don't be a fool. Sorry, partner, but my hands are full. Crap. The rock wall gives way. Nothing to grab onto. I've got you, Jim. The water's rising fast. Can you walk? I can run if we need to. Good. We need to. Amanda Sims sought to destroy Gotham and rebuild it in her image. I watched the ruins of where she died disappear into the soil, as if the city itself was enacting its revenge. He survived, didn't he? We should assume so, yes. And if he did, he's more dangerous now than ever. Wonderful. I don't suppose you'll tell me why. At the moment, no. I'll let Barbara know that her father is okay and arrange for him to be guarded at the hospital. If the Joker is alive, no one is safe. The police radio crackles in my earpiece. All units. Robbery in progress, First Gotham Bank. Suspects are armed and considered extremely dangerous. He's alive. They were in and out pretty quick. Takes a fair amount of boom to blow a hole in a bank vault. Shattered windows 3 blocks away. Seems like a lot of fuss for a safe deposit box. He got what he wanted. Alfred, it's good to hear your voice, sir. Initiate the Aegis protocol. Right away, sir. What's happened? The Joker, the tasks at the factory and on the train, the creatures we fought on the rooftops, the team-up. None of it was meant for him. They want a Gotham with no need for people like you. It was all meant for me. Let me tell you why. In the eyes of Gotham, you are no different from the Joker. In a way, they fear you more, because unlike him, you hide behind a mask. Who you are is your biggest lie, and the exposing of that lie, your greatest fear. Tell me, what is the one thing the Joker would risk everything for? Mr. Wayne. The Joker is alive, Alfred, and he knows who I am. The Aegis Protocol was created as a failsafe in the event any of Batman's enemies learned he was Bruce Wayne. In that scenario, any individual associated with Wayne, either personally or professionally, would become a potential target and their lives put at risk. The protocol is designed to protect them. In order to maintain a cover story for the general public, an elaborate and carefully controlled narrative involving a terrorist threat against Wayne Enterprises is immediately triggered. The planted evidence and eyewitness accounts ensure the participation of the media, as well as the involvement of local and federal law enforcement agencies. The protocol has never been used, and no one outside my inner circle knows it exists. Thousands are having their lives interrupted for their own safety, but none of them know the truth as to why. Your tea, sir. Thank you, Alfred. The protocol is running smoothly, and there have been no threats of actual violence, or any indication that your identity has been compromised. He has all the time in the world. So many people. How much has the Wayne Sims Foundation paid out in injury and property damage claims this year? 100 million? 200 million? $448 million so far, sir, not accounting for the most recent events, of course. Hundreds of lives upended, either directly or indirectly by my actions. And now thousands more live in fear because one of the world's most dangerous psychopaths knows my darkest secret. Amanda Sims said the citizens of Gotham feared Batman more than they feared the criminals he's sworn to protect them from. And she may have a point. I believe you are being too hard on yourself, Master Bruce. I made an oath to never kill Alfred, but the truth is, people have died, and whether intentional or not, those deaths are my responsibility. I don't believe that is entirely true, sir, and if you are concerned about what happened in the tunnels, you did what you needed to do. Furthermore, I'm not sure one could consider the creatures Amanda Sims made to be anything close to human. Still, I could have done more. I could have found a better way, and I almost killed the Joker. I must work harder, Alfred. Train harder. Develop better tools and weapons. Be the protector Gotham needs. If I may say so, sir, not all battles are won with weapons and better training. Sometimes we need to fight not with hands clenched in fists, but with hands held open. Your father told me this many years ago. It may be that the people of Gotham need someone to fight for them on two fronts. And perhaps the man that lives down here in the cave should have a chat with the man that lives in the home upstairs. It is sometimes good to remember that Batman isn't Thomas Wayne's son. Bruce is. Hello? Oh, hiya, Bats. It's so good of you to call. I've been feeling a bit guilty that we left things on such a bad note. I kind of figure I owe you an explanation, yeah? So, a few weeks ago, I'm at the movies, and this stupid dead lady shows up. She starts going on and on about grabbing Harley or whatever to the point that I feel myself slipping into a coma. But then she tells me about the other thing she's got. You! She starts telling me this crazy story about how she knows everything and how way back when you ruined her wedding, she got a little scratch of your skin under her fingernail. Then she tells me she knows who you are and that she's got all the receipts. Crazy, right? I mean, imagine what somebody could do with info like that. Heck, you'd be toast, and Gotham would be free for the taking. All I had to do was go along with her little team-up joke, and bingo! I've got a key to a box with your whole life story in it. Who you are, where you live, your friends, everything. And you know what? She wasn't lying. It was all in there, just like she said. Now, you know that I have trust issues, so I needed some insurance that I'd get what I wanted with no extra baggage lying around. I figured that once I got the key, you'd be so pissed about Tramparella slicing up Gordon that you'd take her out for me. 2 birds with 1 stone. Good call on my part, right? It all worked out perfectly. And that's where these guys come in. Because from here, things get a little... slippery. Booyah! You snooze, you lose, Batty Bats. Check this bad boy out. Well, creepy lady did try to hurt Buttercup's feelings by making her think she didn't matter to me. Plus, I got an offer I couldn't refuse. Yeah, I get the rock and he gets to keep his jewels. Woot woot! Anyways, remember when all the splashing and crashing was going on and Queen Buzzkill grabbed you? I don't know if you heard over all the racket, but just before everything went bluey, she turns to me and says... "You're staying with me, mister." And that's when I used your magic gun. You see, Bats, she really did know everything. Like the one thing I would risk everything for. And that's never knowing who you really are. That's what the real deal was. She was going to go public and out you if I didn't play along and earn the key. Destroying my bestest friend was Amanda Sims' revenge against me for the whole wedding nonsense. And I'm sorry. But that's just never gonna happen. Now, these guys' job was simple. Bust into the bank, verified what was in the box, and destroyed without telling me your identity. But again, hold on. Let me back away here just a bit. I have trust issues, so... Presto! Problem solved. Let's face it, Bats. You and me are the apex of apex predators. We got no peers. What I'm trying to say, old chum, is that you make life worth living. You are the peanut butter to my chocolate. With no you, there's no me. And where's the fun in that? Somebody crossed the line and tried to take you from me, Bats. And like I told you at the beginning, nobody takes what's mine. Come on, Pickle Pie. Let's get to some honeymooning. Now, don't be jealous, Bats. You know you'll always be my number one. Be seeing ya, Bats. As you all know, the purpose of the Wayne Sims Foundation was to care for those displaced, injured, or having lost loved ones due to the actions of law enforcement, as well as the Batman in Gotham's war on crime. Named for my parents, the newly formed Thomas and Martha Wayne Foundation will take those core principles and expand on them with new and exciting initiatives. With unprecedented cooperation between local and state law enforcement, as well as the mayor's office and Batman himself, a new era of police reform and accountability for what the press refers to as the mask vigilante epidemic is upon us. Already we've seen the results of such cooperation in the investigation into SimTech. Information shared between Batman and police paved the way for justice to be served, as well as restitution and closure for the families affected by SimTech and Donald Sims' misconduct. But of all the initiatives, the one I'm most proud of is aimed at finding new homes for children that have lost their parents to violence or have suffered abuse. Along with finding new homes, the Foundation will provide financial aid toward each child's education, as well as full access to mental health care for as long as is needed. And finally, let me introduce you to our newest board members, Dr. Carl Weir, Barbara Gordon, and her father, Commissioner James Gordon. We look forward to the invaluable insight they'll bring to the Foundation's commitment to the health and safety of all of Gotham's citizens. That was a very impressive speech, Wayne. Thanks, Peter, so I can count on the governor's office for support. Can I count on your support for my re-election? Ah, I see. You know, Pete, maybe I should run for governor myself. Always the kidder. You are kidding, right? Sorry to interrupt, Master Bruce, but I'd like to introduce you to some truly wonderful people. This is Sheila and Robert Michaels and their newly adopted son, Thomas. If you recall, Thomas is the young lad who lost his parents in that dreadful factory accident. We just wanted to say hello and thank you for helping us bring Thomas into our home, Mr. Wayne. You're very welcome. I'm glad I was able to help. And please, call me Bruce. It's nice to meet you, Thomas. Do you really know Batman? Why, yes, I do. Wow, that's so cool. Next time you see him, can you give him this? I certainly will. Maybe someday you'll get to meet him. For years I would go to my parents' gravesite to sit in my pain and feel the rage of their loss. I would dwell on my anger and remind myself of my purpose, of why I became the Batman. Tomorrow would have been their 40th wedding anniversary. Alfred and I are going to visit them and celebrate them, to let them know that they are loved and that they are missed. I am Thomas and Martha Wayne's son, but I am also the son of Gotham, and I will honor it and celebrate it as I would them. Some would say that Gotham lives in constant shadow, and that evil is carved in every brick. But it is not the dark souls of those I fight against that define this city. It is defined by the bright beating hearts of its good people. Gotham is my family now. and I will protect it as fiercely and compassionately as my mother and father protected me. I will forever fight for this city, both as Batman and as Bruce Wayne, hands clenched in fists and hands held open. Yes, Mr. Wayne, go off into the night, seek the clues and find the evidence. Be the world's greatest detective. Capture your criminals, wrap them up and deliver them to a corrupt system of justice where innocence can be bought as one might buy a pair of shoes. And I will deliver justice in my own way. You seek the truth, Mr. Wayne. I know the truth. I know what they did and how they felt when they did it. Rest assured that when the guilty you deliver to the courts are set free, I will be there to greet them. In an odd way, that puts us on the same team. I'm sure even the Joker would find that amusing. I sought to break you, Mr. Wayne, to take from you all that you had taken from me. I struck you where you were the most vulnerable, your sense of self, who you really are under the mask and hubris that give you your power, to make you doubt yourself, to show you that you weren't above defeat, that beneath all the training and the tools and the wealth, you were in reality just a man, nothing more. And then something happened. I scratched your face when we fought in the tunnels. What I learned from that scratch was that you felt a profound remorse, a remorse for my children and their lives that you took. And that has meaning. I was in attendance when you gave your speech. You made many promises to the good people of Gotham. Make sure you keep them, because I'll be watching. For now you are free to go about your business, Mr. Wayne. In this Gotham, there is room for us both. So for the moment, your secret is safe. I will deal with the Joker in another way. But make no mistake, my Gotham is coming. And whether there is room for you then will be up to you. And if you think you can stop me, remember, what kills me makes me stronger.